Hey everyone, Srenton here again, and I'm working again on Minor Problems. It's been quite a while. I've been quite busy with my master's program wrapping up. Tomorrow I give the final presentation of the project itself, so I'm a little bit nervous about that. But I did want to go ahead and do something again because it's been however many weeks it has been since I uploaded anything. So I've been working a little bit on the shop. And I had actually recorded doing this work, but I decided not to use that footage because it was just footage with no commentary or anything. And yes, it's going to be a little bit noisy in here. I have washing machine and a bread maker working at the same time. Yes, I make my own bread. It's quite delicious. So what I've decided to do with the shop is a little bit different from what I was originally thinking about. I was originally thinking of having an individual chest for every single item, players responsible for putting the correct item in the correct chest, and after thinking about that for a while, that's not a good idea. I mean, it just takes a lot of time to do that, and who's going to want to do that anyway? What the hell happened here? Okay, I'm going to have to check on that. I think I'm on peaceful. Yes, I'm on peaceful, so that shouldn't have happened. Maybe that's from a previous experiment. So yeah, as I was saying, instead, all the items that can be traded in for food are going to go into this large chest here, and they're going to be picked up in this one over here. The way that it works is using the hopper pass-along. So the items come down here, and I have to fill up this hopper as well. I have to figure out how to do that. But yeah. Using the filter. I wonder. I'm really thinking about this a lot as I go along, trying to figure out how to make it work. I can see already how I can change it, but just to give you guys an idea of what's happening, it passes the item along, and each of these hoppers is set to filter out a specific item. And I'm only going to have 3 items because I don't feel like getting this all complex. I want it to be fairly simple. Anything that doesn't go into these hoppers goes into this chest at the end, which will probably fill up. I don't know if there's a way to just kick it out of the chest or not. Probably use a dispenser to toss into fire. But as items are going through this, it also triggers these hoppers over here. And this one right in here has apples. And it sends the food along to these droppers, which go and bring it up to the chest. Now, as I was building this, I found a slight issue. I have to have one of the food items in this hopper here, otherwise you get cheated out of one of them. I'm not quite sure if there's a way to fix it to where you don't have to do that, but this is just so much easier. Okay, so let's go ahead and get through this. That's repeaters I want. Comparators. Because I've been busy with school stuff, I have not had a chance to really get into the new redstone stuff like I had originally wanted to. And so I'm quite a bit behind. Let's see. A lot of things I would love to be able to do with this. Okay, now the only reason this works is because there's 2. This has to go here. And then this goes here. Side, so we're going to power it. Putting it off on the side so it doesn't also power the one above it. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to change the direction of the chest. Now, one of the things I'm going to have to take into consideration is the new issues with lighting. because the changes to the lighting engine, lighting updates can actually generate a lot of lag, and especially when it comes to redstone, because redstone does give off a small amount of light. So I really have to try to think about that. All these fun little things that just, yes, they do help the game out a lot, and I appreciate them, but in the end, it gets really annoying. 9, I should power this one. Let's go ahead and put string in here for now. And then I'll go ahead and let it filter out as many as it can to be able to reach its limit. And of course, it's going to send apples on their way as well. Need to get rid of that. Now let's see, some changes since the last time I did anything with this. A new hardcore system is up for 0. It's not the same one that I was trying to compare this to. I don't think the one that I was trying to compare this to is even being considered anymore, which is a shame, but what happens happens. Okay, and one of the notes with that is something that I'm actually very happy with. One of my maps on the server, Straub, has made it into the hardcore rotation, and that has a bit of a risk involved with it as well, because Straub is never complete. There is no way I'm ever going to say, okay, the maze is finally done and over with. I will always be adding to it, always changing it. And I've already agreed that any changes I make, if there's anything that would actually break the game, I will go ahead and close off that section of the map. And though I made that agreement, I'm a little bit afraid of some of the implications. What's this going? One of the main things I have to worry about is, what if I break something without realizing I broke it? Or how am I going to try to fix that? I'll have to clear out this area and to actually use it. One thing I don't like about working with redstone in an area that's filled with blocks is that I want to just completely remove everything that doesn't need to be there. And then doing stuff like that. But it actually is very useful if you're making the circuit out in the open. Just a big open space. If you're going to be doing any circuitry, find out the dimensions you want to fit it in, clear out that space of everything, just completely clear it out. That's one of the best pieces of advice I can give you. Because when you have a whole bunch of stuff right in your way, it's very difficult to move around, very difficult to see how things will lay out properly. I did set up one of those, what are they called? Hopper clocks, because everything else was just way too noisy. I wish I could find a way of triggering these without so much noise, though. I better start. Can't do that there. Backtrack on it. I hate doing that. As I involve one of these little tricks. I personally not a fan of doing that. Doing quite a few things, but I just don't like doing it. And a comparator. Go ahead and set up with a repeater. I think it's faster. Yeah, that's a little bit faster anyway. I like that it's quiet, you know. Let's see. Of course, some people might not like the amount of time it takes, but that's their problem, not mine. I could shorten this quite a bit. Oh well, that's something to think about later. So when it comes to the actual courses, I do have some of my ideas still am trying to think of new things. Trying to think of what I still have a lot to do in the way of deciding which courses to base things off of. And then I go and suggest that we do a Minr-themed Survivor Games map, because there was a competition on the Planet Minecraft site. And I quite honestly believe that it would win, but that's just me. Okay, let's see, types of food. I want apples because that's the main food source that we give people on Zero. How much hunger does each one give? I know I looked this up before and it's in a previous video. I don't remember how long ago it was. Looking it up real quick. Okay, an apple gives 4, baked potato gives 6, bread gives 5, carrot gives 4, cookie gives 2, melon gives 2. Okay, what I think I'll do is cookie, apple, and baked potato. Why? Because 2, 4, and 6, and there's 3 different types of items. Let's think about how each of these mobs are. Now we have, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. So we got spiders, which is string. And I'm going to put baked potatoes in this one instead of apples. No, apples. If I understand the new mechanics properly, skeletons are going to be more difficult than spiders to kill. Spiders, no matter what, they're going to hit you if you're fighting them. Oh, actually, that's not true. There are ways to fight them without them hitting you. But skeletons, with the new way that they attack, it's going to be damn near impossible to fight them. Damn near impossible to fight them without getting hurt. These ones are worth a big potato. And those chests are going to be completely full. Potatoes. And that will be the zombie. And because zombies are by far a lot easier to kill than either spiders or skeletons. So, cookies. Could do melons instead, but I like cookies better. And lots of cookies. Excuse me. Now, how am I going to deal with storage overflow? Oh, 609 is 54, so that's 54 times 64. Yeah, I don't think anyone will ever be able to overfill the chests. Don't have to worry about that. I am going to do another shop somewhere else where you could trade food for just some basic equipment. I'm not going to do the full out equipment like I was thinking about doing before. You can't get armor on 0 for the mazes, and if you have armor for fighting the mobs to be able to get food, you're going to end up using it in the mazes as well, which is going to impact the difficulty. And I don't want that. Gotta do a little testing here real quick. So, let's see. Let's say I put in 10 rotten flesh. Shoot. That didn't work right. Why did it not work right? Oh, I know exactly why it didn't work right. I mean, okay, so I'm going to have to lower these down, put the hopper back in, use them as a filter instead. And that's going to make it work. Let's go ahead and head on out. Discuss a little bit about the plans still. Ugh. This is one of the courses, Expanded Mob Parkour. Don't have it hooked up yet. I believe I have paths going to each one of these, so it's not like, oh, I can't find it. Follow the path and you'll find it easily. I'm deciding what it's going to be now. No, I don't have very many, do I? And yes, I will be testing everything to make sure it's possible. I'll have either greens or admins testing the maps themselves. Exposed right now so I can program it later. all the way over. Now, as with Zero, the main point of Food is just so you can keep Sprint up. Most of the courses on Zero were not designed when Sprint was around, but because the newer ones require Sprint, it's very difficult not to have it. Okay, how did this work? I was waiting specifically for the comparator update to be able to do this. Does it not work like that anymore? Shoot. Didn't want to have to modify things. Oh, that's my bread. Okay, well, I'm going to call it an episode so I can work some things out. I just wanted to try to get something out there because it's been so long. I'll be working on this quite a bit over in the next few months. I'm going to try to get as much of it done as possible. I'll give you a quick update with the Zero subway situation. The subway system is being worked on. I'm trying to get other ops to help me out. Keenat has been especially helpful so far. And as soon as that's done, that will be another project down and out of the way. But I hope you guys enjoyed this and have a great day.